Alright, so in this lecture, I want to just show you one really cool technique on how to get the design going fast. And this is done by blocking out the shape, just using black and a little bit of white in the end. I'm going to show you when we get to the white. But we start with making the canvas gray. This way, it gives us the possibility to just work with black and white. Because if you have a white background, you can't really use white as shading because it's already there. So if you have gray and the background, you can use black for shading and white for highlights more effectively, sorry. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just blocking out the shape using a solid round black brush, and I'm defining the outlines for the shape that I'm looking for. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be something specific because the beauty of this is you just make black blobs and then you see what it turns out to be. It's a good way to get the creativity going. So this is kind of a lamp, and now I'm starting something new. Just doodling away with the hard round black brush. The thing with this is that you save time, and me personally, I think this is more fun to sketch this way than to just use a pen to sketch all the lines and the start to define it too early. It kind of gets too heavy too soon. I just wanna, get the feel of the design first, and this is a really good way of doing that. So this turned out to be just a random shape, nothing special, but it's just an idea. And I'm using the same brush I used to do the black. I'm switching it to white now to put in a couple of highlights and white areas to just define the shape a little bit more. And you can go in and do whatever you like here. It's the idea, I mean, the purpose with this is to just get the flow going fast. And how much you want to go in and render these black blobs is up to you. Usually I just do a little bit of white airbrush and white highlights here and there just to define the sketch a bit more. So still adding a few highlights on the lamp. And I'm gonna just make this a bit smaller. Another area where you can use this is for cars, of course. If you want to if you're looking for proportions, especially. Usually, when you start a car design, you start with a side view because that gives you an idea of the proportion. If you have it in perspective, it's kind of difficult to see if it's more difficult to see in perspective what the proportions are than if you start in a side view. So I'm still using the same brushes here. I'm using the black hard round brush and the hard eraser just to define the outlines. And right now I'm just doodling a vacuum. You 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 can see how fast it goes to get a shape, get a design down, and then from here you can easily start to render this, and you can basically have a render within let's say 15 minutes, a decent render. So I'm choosing the white brush now, and I'm starting to add a few details. And this is how I would do it if I wanted to continue. If I find a silhouette that works for me, then I just go in and start to render that. And it really doesn't have to be a lot of highlights and white to explain the design. You need a few key strokes, and basically that's it to get an idea of what the design is.